This is a walkthrough and tutorial of the product meetings template by Raul, the CTO and co-founder of Monday.vc. You can use this template to groom and prioritize tasks for your various product releases. And we're going to start off by going into the data section of this template. And the first thing you want to define here in this section is your releases, which are right here. Typically, if you're releasing a digital product or any kind of product, you have multiple releases that have different numbers. And you just want to put a deadline, objective, and requirements inside this releases table. And there is already some dummy data here for you. Now, if we go to outside of meeting, this template can be used before and after the meeting and also during the meeting. So there are sections that are just for before and after the meeting. So if I click on requirements, I'll collapse this here, I have a list of requirements that have the number, have R and a number attached to each one. This is automatically generated by formulas in the table. And what's really cool about this table, this section, is that you can add a requirement by clicking on this button. A row gets added at the very bottom right here. I'm going to call this release mobile app. And maybe the description is our first mobile app. And when you add in this requirement, you can also associate it with a given release. So let's say this is associated with, this is a requirement as a part of the 1.8 release. And if I want to add a task associated with this release, I can just click on this add a task button. And this will be design wireframe. And I can maybe say this is a feature. And that's it. I'll click outside of this. And you notice that this task is automatically added to this column of tasks. I can add more tasks, another task, and you'll see that this just gets added to this row right here. So this is something you can do when you are running your sprint planning or product meetings before and after the meeting. But during the meeting, when you have everyone that's dialing in through Zoom or video conference, you can click on these two sections. So we're going to start with the Groom section. This is how you can go through all your different releases, all the different requirements, and similar to the requirements section, you can click on add a task to add a task for a given release. So if I looked at calibration first round, maybe I want to add a task here that is do another test. And this is a, let's say, call it a chore, and the owner is myself. This will get added to the do another test added to this requirement for this release. Now, this is a really quick and easy way for the whole team to start adding tasks for all different requirements. But in the prioritize section, this is where you can actually start scoping how important that task is for that requirement. So you can go through every single task that's associated with a requirement. People can update this status as to doing, to QA, all these different statuses, and then also assign a priority to that individual task. And so everyone can come in here and see all the different tasks that are associated with the requirement, as well as the status, priority, and who the owner is, so that everyone's on the same page. These are the two tasks I had added for the release mobile app requirement, and I can assign a 5-star priority. These are both, let's say, features, and I'm going to assign myself to them. And that is the product meetings template.